So CAS focuses on helping people that are either homeless or in very poverty-stricken areas in order to allow them to get into a better situation.
Some of these services range from employment opportunities with our shredding program for people with disabilities and activities here at the Activity Center.
CAS does a really good job of providing places for those people to go that have been displaced or their houses may have burned down. They may need semi-permanent housing while they're getting back on their feet. They may need permanent housing. So I think that a large part of CAS's mission is just giving people a place to live and be.
The majority of people that we did work with were homeless, and CAS just really tries to break that cycle of poverty and break that stigma.
One of my favorite things that I got to do and see was we went on this tire hunt. So we went to this abandoned place where people drop off tires, and we picked up some tires, we brought them back to the warehouse, and then the next day we got to make rubber mud mats with the pieces of the tires. So what they do is they take the tires, they cut them down, and they make them into strips, and they put strips of tire with beads, and by the end of it, it's a mud mat.
I mean, there were so many experiences that were really amazing, but I would say just being able to be with CAS and to go to lunch and breakfast and eat meals with them and actually sit down and talk with them, with the residents or people who just come in for meals, was a really great experience.
There's an activities center which is part of CAS Community Social Services in which they have people who are differently abled. So that could be someone who's blind, who has Down syndrome. They've probably got about 50 or so people who come every single day of the week for programming. And we were lucky enough to be there on DJ Rollo's day, so he busted out his DJ equipment, and as soon as the music started, every adult in the room was up on their feet and dancing.
It's a lot of favorite experience I had, but one of my favorites is talking to Cheryl. She was an amazing woman. She's also homeless, but she had so much knowledge and advice to give to us. As a young person that's trying to go into professional worlds, he had lots of advice and confidence in us to help change the world. And I cried when I had to leave her, but she made the trip more worthwhile.
The thing that felt most valuable to me was the appreciation that we got from both the residents of CAS community shelters and the employees helping to work the kitchens, helping to maintain the facilities. They were genuinely grateful for just having us there, and even at times where it didn't feel like we were doing much, they were just so grateful to have us be willing to help.
There was a lady that was talking to us who kind of defined what homelessness was, and basically if you're an adult and you don't have your own address to call your own, well, technically you're homeless. So I just thought that was kind of put things into his perspective for me, how you can have that title of being homeless, but that doesn't define you.
First of all, I think everybody should go on an alternative spring break. I think it's a really great way to get out of your bubble, get out of your comfort zone.
I would want someone at IC to know that people are homeless in every community across the United States and really around the world, and there are definitely things you can do to help people who are homeless.
I'd want someone back at IC to know that even though we're only here for a week and our impact may seem very limited, if you can do a service event that impacts at least one person, that it was worth it.
And I would want people at Ithaca College to know that a week is enough time to really do something big for someone else and for yourself.